So the Amari Cooper rumors are getting very interesting when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, and the latest report really says a lot about where the Cowboys are headed. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Today we are talking Amari Cooper because the one question that the Cowboys have yet to answer regarding their 2025 team is who the heck is going to be playing wide receiver beyond CeeDee Lamb? Who is going to be that number two guy on Dak Prescott's offense? Because let me tell you right now, what they have on the roster, as you very well know, is just not it. You can argue some of these guys have upside, right? You could argue Jonathan Mingo had a bad situation in Carolina, and that the Cowboys, who saw him as a second-round talent back in 2023, maybe can make him work. Maybe they can fix him. You could say that Jalen Tolbert, another year in the NFL, could be the difference maker for him. You could say that Ryan Flournoy can emerge as a surprise number two after being a late-round draft pick in 2024. But all of that, all you're doing is talking about upside. The Cowboys don't really need upside. They've got that. They've got some of it. What they don't have is the number two guy you can trust week one. And so the Cowboys have been talking about potentially making a trade. We've talked about potential free agent additions that they could make. That at this point, it honestly feels like the only guys that they can get that are true needle movers are Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen. And the reason why is pretty simple, right? You can connect the dots as a Cowboys fan. You can be like, sure, Cooper played here. Sure, there was some drama, but I think with the right numbers, you can absolutely fix that, especially because the head coach is a different guy now. But nothing was very concrete until Cowboys insider Nick Harris from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported that interest was growing within the Cowboys building to get Amari Cooper. However, he had some more interesting comments about this on a radio spot over at 105.3 The Fan that really says a lot about the Cowboys' plans. Two things specifically stood out to me during Harris's interview. And the number one thing is that they're absolutely going to add somebody at the wide receiver spot. They're not going to go into the season with what they've got. And the reason why I say that is Harris was specifically asked about that chance, and he said, I don't think that is going to happen, at least as far as the people who are pushing behind the doors for this to get addressed, for them to get a number two wide receiver. My question is, does it happen before OTAs? Does it happen before mandatory minicamp in early June? But the second and most important tidbit of information that we've got is that Amari Cooper might not be that priority for Dallas. He might be their plan B if things don't go well in the trade market. So while Cowboys fans are thinking that it's Cooper or bust, the Cowboys might be thinking if things don't work out in other opportunities, then they might settle for Cooper. And I say that because of this quote. There are plenty of options on the table, whether it's a George Pickens or a Rashad Bateman, the Steelers and Ravens wide receiver, respectively. We talk about those as far as trade targets. There are trade targets around the league, and I think that's what Dallas is really trying to sort through at the moment. But if they can't, I think Amari Cooper is their safe fallback option. Now, that might be surprising, but honestly, I get it. Amari Cooper is going to be 31 years old by the time the season starts, and he's someone that deals with this long list of injuries at the end of each year, pretty much. Whereas if you look at Pickens, the guy is 24 years old. If you look at Bateman from the Ravens, he is 25 years old. So it makes sense to me that if the Cowboys are looking at this thing, at this problem that they have, and they are looking at the possibility of investing draft picks in somebody, they might want that somebody to be someone young that they can potentially sign to a contract extension. Because I look at it from their perspective, and they're likely thinking, if we're going to use draft ammo on somebody, he better be in this team for the long run. Because the Cowboys, they're not in win now mode. The Cowboys, this is kind of like a rebuild, honestly. They picked another offensive lineman. They have picked offensive linemen for the last 4 years. So they might want somebody that can play for them beyond 2025. So it makes sense that that is their priority, getting somebody that is younger. But to do that, you got to go through the trade market. Who is it going to be? Who knows? What the compensation will be? Who knows? But if things don't go as they want them to go, Amari Cooper could absolutely be an option.